Well, probably been one of the worst months I've ever been through in my entire life. The horses raced good. I thought everything was going good, but we forget. Got to live your life. We forget that we all love this industry. We all love this sport. And we think it all revolves around winning and losing. And we don't often get reminders like this, that it isn't. What's important to you is the same thing that's important to me. My wife, my children, my health, my safety. They had a wonderful service for Hunter today. We went there and talked to... Don't have to, sweetie. I went there and again, it just opens up the wounds a little bit, but they have to be. They have to be opened up for everybody to heal. Everybody heals differently, and I see a lot of people. I talked to Hunter's dad, just the nicest man. He's Hunter's dad. Salt of the earth guy, and he doesn't know what to do. I guess when stuff like this happens, everybody acts the same. I do. This is something that I've stumbled with and struggled with, and it was tough to come to grips to. And then last night, with what happened with arson, brought me back there. Obviously, they're not the same thing, but the same feelings. Why? No indications, no concerns going into a race. And I talked to Mike, and I said, one thing I'm certain of is you're not going to find the answers you're looking for. You're not going to be able to have somebody tell you, oh, well, this is why. Oh, well, that is why. There's no answers as to why somebody's taken from you. And I sat there and I listened to Amy Haller get up and talked. And I wanted to. I wanted so bad to get up and speak. I told his dad, I don't know how long ago it was. He was still a kid in my eyes. So maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago, when I first met Hunter, he'd done some driving for us, and I forget which horse he drove, but he drove the horse very, very well. And he'd been driving well. He was starting to become Hunter Myers. Now, he wasn't dominant against Ronnie and Aaron and Dave Pallone, but he was very present, and you knew it. The difference between all of those guys and him, he was a kid. And I said to Mike, I said, hey, and I could tell he's got a herd for a long time, forever. And I'm trying to hold it together too. And I said to him, I'm going to tell you something. He was talking about how proud he was about Hunter driving a horse, and everybody was talking about Hunter driving, and they had some videos there of Hunter driving. And I said to him, I remember watching him drive one night and thinking to myself, he reminds me of me. Except he's a better driver than I was at 27. But he reminds me of me, loving life, joking, playing jokes on people, getting people going, getting under their skin, putting it in a fun way. And I could relate. And I tried to give it to him as much as he gave it to me. And I remember just a moment of seriousness one night. He'd won a race. This is before Allegiant. This is before any of the major stake, the bigger stake wins he had. And I remember he won a race. He drove the horse good. We were talking. I think we were in the driver's room, and there wasn't a lot of people around. It was a serious conversation. And I said, kid, you can't hide here forever. What do you mean? Everybody gets their shot. And you're not going to get it here. Sure, you're going to win races. You're going to become Hunter Myers. But if you want to become the next guy, can't hide here. And he loved being Hunter. He loved being that kid from Ohio. And he never got the chance to be the Hunter Myers that everybody thought he could be. And that's what's so frustrating. That's what upsets so many people. It's what upsets me. And Amy got up and talked about him. And because our industry is so quiet, so reserved, no one else. Everybody else was thinking about it. Everybody was looking around at one another, and I wanted to get up and tell that story. I just felt, I'm looking around at the people that were his best friends, the people that were his childhood friends. And that this isn't me saying you should have. Absolutely not. I'm not saying anybody should have got up. You should have done this. Absolutely not. Everybody grieves in their own way. And Hunter was a quiet kid too. I just felt that, although I considered him a friend, I just felt that maybe it just felt a little awkward. And I wanted to remind everybody that Hunter reminded us how dangerous horse racing can be. But he also reminded us why we love the sport. Anyway, it was tough. It was a tough day, a tough thing to go through, but everybody had to go through it, and I'm always surprised how tight-knit this community is. And I will say this, I have been watching a lot of the people that I know very well in this industry. People like Hunter, people that I consider friends. We don't go on vacations together. We're friendly, but people I would consider friends, I can see them walling it all off. And I tried to make a point to talk to Mr. Myers, because he seems like the quietest one. Really nice man. And I told him, if you ever want to talk, I'd be happy to. And that's the thing, I told you guys I didn't want to talk to Amy about it. And I know that a lot of the other drivers don't want to talk to their wives about it either. It's just painful, because the reality is we are Hunter. We go on the track the same way, we drive the same way, and we're just as fragile as he is. So for those drivers out there, it does help to talk a lot. And whether you talk to the Bible, whether you talk to your friends or your wife, whether you talk to a camera, it's good to get that stuff off your chest, because it's not going anywhere if you don't. So it's been a rough month for me. It's been a rough month for everybody in this industry, and everybody will get by it, because we will, and we'll have to. And we will move on. We'll continue to race horses, and we'll continue to remember Hunter. Because that's what we do. So, for Chris, Chloe, for sure, Mr. Myers, Chris, Ronnie, and everybody that was super close with Hunter, and everybody that this is going to affect for a very long time, as it should. Obviously, it goes without saying, you have my and our deepest condolences. And more importantly, you have my ear anytime you want to talk. So, a tough day, one we'll remember for a very long time. It's been a tough month, and I cannot, love of God, I cannot wait for April 1st. I hope everybody watching this is having a better day and a better week and a better month than I am, but it could always be worse, and hopefully it will get better.